All right, guys, how's it going? Today, we're going to review a receiver from Miami and Jalen Brown. About 6'2", 170, so pretty thin, but considered by all the recruiting sites a five-star player. He really is a fun guy to watch, and you're going to see why. So the guy is big, has a big catch radius, all right, has room to put on weight and size. You know, he's a guy that you're going to watch on tape here. We're going to watch, and then I'm going to tell you about him. But as we watch, I want you to watch the speed, all right? He's a track star, and he can really track the football. So he's a real, for Walker Howard at LSU, he's going to be a guy that's going to take the cover off of the defense. You know, you need the guy, you need Walker Howard's teammate to also try to get open for you. Jack Eck, I guess his name is, but you know, LSU's going to have some receivers, and they're hoping this guy develops into a Jamar Chase type of player where he can go down the field, can extend, and can break the top off of a defense. And I think that he has those capabilities. So he's a guy that could really stretch the field vertically for you. You know, he could break the defense off with taking the cover off of it vertically. I mean, that's who he is. You know, he's kind of that vertical deep threat. Like Devin Smith was a really good player at Ohio State, Coleman at Baylor. There's certain guys that are just incredible deep threats. And this is even before I looked at the scouting report, but what you want to see more of is you want to see more diversity of the routes. You want to see him, you know, in short to intermediate routes, other than just running slants. You want to see some comebacks. You want to see some post corners. You want him to round off those routes, and you want to see it more consistently. Let's see if right here he is impressed. I mean, the thing is, I do love his size at 6'1". He would have been a perfect fit for the Jeff Lebby offense for the air raid, because an air raid really sends you on a lot of deep shots. The air raid, the route tree is incredibly simplified. He's going to like a pro-style offense now, Mike Denbrook and Brian Kelly. It's certainly going to be an interesting fit. You know, he's going to need a quarterback, whether it's Nussmeier, Walker Howard, or somebody else that's really going to put the football out there for him. Maybe Jaden Daniels stays. This guy is going to be a really fun player. He was heavily recruited. You know, Miami, it said, was kind of in on him, but maybe they said, you know, we're going to get Nathaniel Joseph, and, you know, maybe Miami wants a guy that's going to run like a more diverse route tree. But I look at Jalen Brown, and I think that he does have some really good potential to be a really, really solid receiver. I mean, look, he's a guy that could track the deep ball. You know, he can be explosive for you, make explosive over-the-top plays. It's just how complete of a wide receiver can he be. The one thing I do love that he has an outstanding catch radius. Like right here, this ball's behind him, but he's just smooth hands. I mean, this is a smooth catch. The ball's thrown behind him. He has strong hands at the point of attack. So maybe he could be like an A.J. Green. Now, A.J. Green might be like 6'3". DeAndre Hopkins is obviously a little bigger at like 6'3". There's honestly an Ohio State receiver. Maybe it's Tate. There honestly is an Ohio State receiver that is pretty similar to him. Might be Hale. Maybe Hale's a tad faster. But look, he sits in the zone, and then he makes a big-time catch over the middle. This is an NFL type of play, though. NFL type of grab. Ball's thrown high, with authority. He makes the catch. Really smooth transition there, yard after catch. This guy has big-time ability. Will he just be a speedster, or will he develop into a real complete superstar wide receiver for LSU? It's certainly an exciting commit to LSU. By all accounts, this kid works hard. He's a track star as well. I think that this kid is going to be pretty dang good. I think he's going to be pretty special. There might be guys that are like more fluid in running, a diverse, running all the routes. But again, it's what his high school does. And then the yard after catch ability, the way that he fights for the football, the smoothness in and out of the catch. There's some really special stuff that you see on tape. The get off of the line of scrimmage is pretty good. The way he finds his quarterback here shows really good instinct getting back to the passer. I think he's really going to be a productive receiver at LSU. So, again, I'm excited for Jalen Brown. You look at the speed, Brian Kelly now has a receiver like a little like Will Fuller, a little like Golden Tate, a guy that's going to take the top off of a defense, a guy who can go down the field, make plays for you. So this is a big-time commit. This is a 5-star commit to LSU. They've been really hot since the start of July. Them in Florida have been kicking it up. But for Brian Kelly, this is a really nice recruit. And then they also got a running back today, Jackson, that I'm also going to comment on as well. So overall, they win a battle in Miami in ACC country. They get a Florida kid in Jalen Brown. All right, so I really think that the player can be good. Can he diversify the route tree? Is he going to short to intermediate routes? Can he really break press? Is he going to put on a tad bit of weight? Or is he just going to be a deep threat? Or can he be really complete, really outstanding? I think that he could be very good based on the way that he catches the football, based on the yard after catch potential. Obviously, smooth hands, goes up and attacks the ball. So I think this guy, he really could be like an NFL receiver. He could be a top 3-round NFL receiver. And going to an interesting pro-style offense at LSU. Again, if he was with a bombing quarterback in an air raid, he'd absolutely eat. But he's really going to learn how to play wide receiver even more thoroughly in like a pro-style system at LSU. Might even be a system that applies to even NFL. And, of course, LSU is like wide receiver U with Beckham, Landry, Jefferson, Chase, Boutte, just to name a few. All right, guys, thank you for watching.